Day in, day out, I found myself at the library, poring over articles. Company directories, history books, you name it. I scavenged them all, looking for anything I could find on G Corporation's Kazuya, including his historical and familial links to the Mishima Zaibatsu. The truth had to be revealed, even if it meant doing so alone. The Mishimas were warriors hailing back as far as the Taira and Minamoto eras. With the advent of World War, they capitalized on the increased military demand. During my research, I came across two significant names. The first was Jinpachi Mishima. Head of the Mishima clan during the war, he abhorred needless conflict and reacted accordingly against the organization's military expansion by resolving instead to devote his family's legacy solely to martial arts. However, all that changed when Heihachi wrested control of the family helm, proceeding to rename the organization the Mishima Zaibatsu. As its head, Heihachi secured its reputation as a world-leading military firm. Which brings us to the second name, Jin Kazama. Seizing control from Heihachi, he reigned over his empire until only recently. He was also the one who started this damn war, which took everything from me. I dreamed of one day killing him with my bare hands.
デビルという存在を世に知らしめ、わしの正当性を主張するには、やはりジンは外せん。
Jin Kazama. So che il suo demone interiore supera perfino quello di Kazuya. Un momento. Chi fosse lui?
Do you know something?
Ci hanno riferito che un essere disumano è apparso in Estremo Oriente.
人間とは思えぬか。確かに奴は得体の知れぬ化け物じゃ。
So that means Jean is...
どこにいようと構わん。とにかく何としてでも見つけ出し、ここに引っ立ててくるのじゃ。
Everything looks clear. En route to the United Nations HQ.
Roger that.
What?
Freeze!
I see him! That way! Hands on the ground now! Do it!
Worry not. こいつは俺が預からせてもらう。
中東にて風間陣の姿を捉えました。
Is that Lars?
ほう、奴もジンを狙っていたのか。
Things just got a whole lot more complicated.
すぐさま追跡部隊を向かわせます。
No, there's no point. We'll have to stay one step ahead.
Ma se l'essere disumano in Estremo Oriente non era Jin, chi era? O cosa era?
This lead sent me on a journey through countless documents, where I finally found her name in a single paragraph, Kazumi Hachijo. There was no mention of what kind of life she and Heihachi had led together, but it confirmed that Heihachi was Kazuya's father and Kazumi his mother. That's when I realized something shocking. The year Heihachi seized control from Jinpachi and established the Zaibatsu was the same year his wife Kazumi had died, and Kazuya had fallen from a cliff, sustaining terrible injuries. What could all this mean?
We have a handle on Heihachi Mishima's movements. It appears he is conducting a thorough search for Jin Kazama.
ジンを使う気か。作戦の準備を急がせろ。
Frustration had become a part of my daily life. Eventually, I ran into a guy in a restaurant. His eyes burned with an almost ungodly fighting spirit. And he looked at me as though he could see the darkest depths of my soul. So, you're the one who's been looking into the Mishima Zaibatsu's affairs? He said before making his way to the exit. The way he stared at me from the door let me know that he wanted me to follow him. Hypnotized, I walked slowly towards him. As we left the restaurant, he formally introduced himself. His name was Li Chaolan.
Excellent. 助けた恩を蹴りで返すとはとんだじゃじゃ馬ぶりだ。
助けた恩、ここは私はなぜここに。
記憶システムがまだ正常でないようだな。
不審者を確認、排除します。
やれやれ、手荒なことはしたくないのだがね。少し予定が狂ってしまったが、起動テスト完了だ。今の刺激で記憶システムもまともになったのではないかな。
あ、まさかあなたは。変な社長さんのなんとか。
変なは余計だが、あとリー・チャオランだ。まあ思い出してくれて光栄だ。
でもなぜあなたが私を。 私は一体。
なるほど。完全回復とまではいかなかったか。
I already knew about Li Chaolan's company, Violet Systems, famous for its humanoid research and brilliance in the field of ergonomics. As a child, Li had been adopted by Heihachi Mishima, so he knew Kazuya of G-Corp and once shared a rivalry with him in the ring. I listened intently, excited about this new breakthrough. Lee's knowledge went beyond that of any article I had read. What he said next, though, unsettled me.
君は悪魔の存在を信じるかい？
He continued,
すべては和也だ。奴の血が三島家を狂わせた。どうかな？何か思い出したかい？君がここに来た理由も、君が一緒にいた男のことも思い出せないか？
マスターだった風間陣の命令である男の人と戦ったことは覚えてるんです。それまでにたくさんの戦いをしてきたことも。でもその人がどんな人だったかは全く。涙がどうして？
今君の目にあふれているのはその男に会いたいという強い思いさ。人と同じね。
人と同じ。
泣いている乙女を放っておくなど私の美学に反する。君を彼の居場所へ案内してあげよう。
本当ですか？
ああ、お出かけの時間だ。
適正の生体反応を確認。これは鉄拳臭。
やれやれ、無断侵入と。
リーさん。
もう大丈夫だ。こちらは任せてくれたまえ。
はい。
こっちだ。行くぞ。
はい。
わしが犬間に鉄拳衆の質も落ちたものよの。失敗すれば次はないと思え。
I'll have to handle this myself. Do you have the target in your sights?
捕捉できています。
Prepare the SWAT team. I'm going in.
私が三島家を追放された本当の理由は和也の悪魔じみた力に気づいたからではないかと思っている。
I could tell by the look in his eyes that he was telling the truth. A few days later, I headed to Kyoto. The old guy I'd contacted was already waiting for me at the rundown house where we'd arranged to meet. I'd like to know more about the mystery of the Hachijo household strength. I decided to be straight up, which seemed to knock the old-timer back. I didn't believe in devils, had no reason to. But Lee had said to me that Kazuya's blood cursed the Mishimas. The archived account on the Hachijo who Heihachi's wife Kazumi belonged to. I arranged to meet a guy who'd served the Hachijo family many years ago. If Kazuya had inherited Kazumi's blood, then maybe this guy could help me. But my efforts were in vain. The old man knew nothing. Then, when I thanked him and was made to leave,
そこのお兄さん、そこの毛、そこの毛、赤い川では水遊び、川が流れた先にもお兄さん、どこまで続くや、この鬼遊び。
he sung slowly. It was a traditional nursery rhyme in the Hachijo family. When I heard it, I froze. What if the demon represented a mysterious power? Red referred to blood, and the river symbolized a bloodline. As the old man hummed on, I shook my head in horror.
Sama, 何者じゃ。
我は剣を極めし者なり。
ほう。ならば言葉はいらんな。
これも定め。
何？
Ci hanno riferito che un essere disumano è apparso in Estremo Oriente.
まさか。ジャック6、貴様 G 社の
何のことだ。
誰だこいつは。
He's not registered in our database.
Yeah!
貴様なかなかやるではないか。名を名乗れ。
我が名は豪輝。和美殿の願いに従い、うぬと三島和也に死をもたらす者。
平八さんを殺してください。そして和也のことも。
すべては和美殿の願い。
何？和美じゃと？和美が貴様にわしと和也を殺すよう依頼しておったじゃと？はっ、バカバカしい。その話が本当なら なぜ今頃になって現れた。
うぬらが力を持つまで待っておっただけのこと。今ここで安住殿との約束果たそう。これで終わりじゃ。ルナゲードか覚悟は良いか。一瞬戦撃。いやメッソネイフへ落ちよ。ここまでの男か。
Explosion confirmed at the Mishima Dojo. We've lost sight of Heihachi Mishima.
まさか母が平八と俺を殺そうとしていただと。とんだ茶番だ。それにしてもあの男、何か気のような力を放っているのか。
The minute I got back from Kyoto, I learned that the war had escalated further. The world's media was buzzing with news about the Zaibatsu, including the attack on Lee's Violet systems. It was then that I received an email from Lee himself, saying he wanted to introduce me to someone who was well versed in the Mishima Zaibatsu's affairs. At last, my investigation was back on track. The email concluded with a name I'd yet to come across. Lars Alexanderson.
こんな場所にラースという人がいるのですか。
私は三島財閥から離脱した反乱軍を密かに支援していてね。各地にこのような施設を提供しているのさ。
止まれ。
やれやれ、スポンサーに銃を向けるとは。相変わらず物騒だな君は。
リー警戒はするに越したことはないのでね。アリサ、まさか治ったのか。
ラース、やっと会えました。
感動の再会、まさにエクセレント。確保したジンの状況は。
もう丸2日目覚めていない。アザゼルとの戦いのダメージは計り知れないようだ。
なるほど。ところで君はジンを奪ってどうするつもりなのかな。国連の諜報組織を敵に回してまでジンを必要とする理由があるのだろう。
それは
多数の生体反応を確認。鉄拳集です。
嗅ぎつかれたか。
私も行きます。
これを使え。
了解。排除します。
アリサ、ここは俺たちが食い止める。その隙にジンを。
はい。
Acquire the target. Be quick. so fast.
アルファリーダーへ、こちらブラボー D。ジンは確かに受け取ったよ。これよりプラン E を実行する。総員退避。はいた。はい。それでは諸君、いい夢を。
まさか最初から敵をわざとあそこへおびき寄せて爆破する作戦だったのか。
無事にジンも運び出せた。異論はないはずだが。ま、修繕費は三島財閥に利子をつけて払ってもらう。心配無用さ。
ジン、お前にはまだやってもらわなければならないことがある。こんなところで終わらせるわけにはいかないんだ。
What do they hope to achieve by sheltering Jean? This could be interesting to watch.
Lars Alexanderson was younger than I expected. When Lee described him to me, of how he'd escaped, divided the TEKKEN force, and formed a rebel army, I imagined someone completely different. His eyes told a story of sadness hidden deep within. In the sterile air of Violet Systems, where he and Lee were holed up together, Lars explained to me that he was Heihachi's illegitimate child. Heihachi had fathered him to cast aside all doubt that he had the devil gene in his blood. Lars existed solely for that purpose. I could barely contain my excitement at not only meeting a blood relative, but also at learning this revelation. While Lars and Lee conversed, I overheard something that shocked me. Jin Kazama had been found. Jin Kazama, Kazuya's son and Heihachi's grandson. The hatred I had held deep inside surged through my veins like a tidal wave. Jin had put the wheels in motion that led to me losing everything. Then, as if finally putting his feelings into words, Lars muttered,
全てをジンに背負わせる。この戦争を終わらせるために。
There was no mistaking what he had said.
Hmm, やはりいくら考えても覚えがない。
今ここで風見殿との約束果たそう。
豪輝というあの男、なぜ風見のことを。
豪輝と名乗った男の行方は現在追跡中です。
奴はわしと和也を殺めると言っておった。必ず和也のもとへ向かうはずだ。ところでジンはどうなった？
それが部隊は全滅した模様です。
全滅じゃと？はっ、所詮その程度だったということか。大きなる者が現れ、和也のもとへ向かう。そしてジンの線が断たれた。なるほど。これは面白い筋書きができそうじゃ。今すぐ全世界にわしが死んだという情報を流せ。大会も中止じゃ。